Hey guys, it was 2017, June 19, over here, that I did this particular YouTube. It wasn't the first YouTube that I did. This was before I even had the Crypto Sniper YouTube channel. It was put out through the Market Sniper. It wasn't the first one that said crypto is your new world order money platform. But it was the first one where I actually associated forks as being equivalent to quantitative easing and dilution by just another name. In other words, the whole concept of Bitcoin, in my view, was outlined in a 96 NSA paper. The whole Satoshi narrative of this one guy with a couple of friends that created the whole amazingly coded to a quantum standard code, which has probably been AI and algo corrected because it's been so perfect, was a fake story. It was fairy tales for adults, and everybody sitting here is Craig Wright, the real Satoshi, and all of that. It's all big who shot JR. Only idiots who watch TV are interested. And the concept of this is crypto, Bitcoin was always the planned Trojan gateway bridge from the sinking oil tanker that is the vile, essentially fiat-based system, central banking cartel fiat-based system, to a new pony. We're changing horses. Basically, that is what it's come down to. We're changing horses. And what I've always said is people think as below. Oh, now the central banks are finally waking up to the potential, as you get the likes of Christine Lagarde. People think, just as below. The people, Schmuckbuck coin Libra is now going to do the gold, potentially even backing and all of this. This is all to get your acceptance. People think of, but that's going to be not a central bank. It's not a government. The crypto's goal was always the denationalization. Everything about the homo, globo, LGBTQ, NB, whatever else, binary agenda, immigration, breakdown of borders, and anti-nationalism. How do you create something that is far-reaching and worldwide? You've got to break down culture, religion, family values, in specific boundaries. You've got to go the anti-white, anti-male, divide and conquer agenda that is being pushed out there on the scale that it is. And now we see central banks will issue digital currencies. When I did this YouTube over here, the meme was Bitcoin is criminals' money, pedophiles' money, arms smuggling money, drug money. That, of course, is all what the Dark State was doing. So in a classic Masonic view, the CIA, the FBI were the early adopters of this and were doing all the drug peddling, arming whoever they wanted, Contras and everything. The biggest hackers, the biggest people in programming are the Dark State intelligence organization. So that's MI5, MI6, NSA, GCHQ, and they attack China's equivalent and Russia's equivalent, etc. There's a big financial warfare going on, although they are all part of a larger team where they will introduce this. You've also seen the notion of having some gold back. You're seeing China and Russia doing immense gold buying because they do not have the credence behind their individual currencies. When they release a central banking crypto which will have a degree of gold backing, people will be willing to accept it because of the notion of what gold is. And this is where we're going. This is where we're heading. Now we've moved from the IMF and all of these central banking cartels saying it's criminals' money to now IMF report predicts that central banks will be offering their own cryptos. And everybody thinks, wow, aren't they coming with the agenda agenda, they're falling behind, and now you're being shown the way, and this is great for cryptos. No, no, no. It was planned that way from the goddamn very beginning. They had to capture the libertarians first, the most skeptical money. They had to lie to you with Satoshi fairy tales because of the mean bankers of 2008 and 9 that never got jailed for ripping you off and getting all the tax bailouts, for Goldman Sachs being made whole, even though everybody knew AIG was bust, and just laying off the bets on AIG, all the cartel, the magic circle, the primary dealers. And they knew all along, Buffett knew all along when he invested in Goldman Sachs, he was given a government guarantee that they would be bailed out and made whole, and that his signaling of confidence in the economy would help reheat everything. They are all crooks, they are all criminals, and you've all been fooled. You know, you've got to get over this notion that they will ever, listen to me now, they will absolutely never ever allow you and Joe Schmo and your pals to have your own money system. Please understand this. They will never let you, Joe Schmo, and your community build, develop, and have your own money system. Everything that is a money system is controlled opposition, otherwise it is killed immediately. Go view the guy who started e-gold. I think he's got more years than a serial killer in jail for starting it. He had actual physical gold. Everybody who bought coins, he did have back gold behind it. And it was working. That's what saw them bring the agenda forward, because they saw people starting to leak out already. The pressure was building so high. They have to control the narrative. When they start seeing the people already going out and finding their own ways, they have to jump in with their planned agenda, which they already had planned. Problem, reaction, solution. The whole financial system is going to fail and reset. The tanker is burning. It's holds below the waterline, keeping the music playing, and all the idiots are still dancing, and the smarter idiots have got onto the Trojan Bridge that is crypto and Bitcoin and has crossed to the new ship. They will get a little bit more advantage. You'll sleep in a nicer room. You'll have a better meal rather than being thrown into the water and having to swim for the new ship later on. So this is the extent of what you do. You recognize the new game they are bringing on, and you maximize it through trading and investing to lift your relative wealth compared to the rest of your peers as quickly and as fast as possible. This isn't, oh wow, these guys are now waking up. Forbes, geez, you don't get more mainstream media than Forbes, the rich list that happens to exclude all the psychopath money printers and money creators, and just put out people like Bloomberg and various other clowns and Buffett, who are all very, very middle management in the overall pyramid of life in this control structure game. May include gold. Libra may include gold. They may not. It's speculation. China and Russia, when they launch theirs, they certainly will. That's why they're buying it right now. And the entry of central banks, the entry of the tech megacorps, which are the dark state, CIA, FBI. It's called Facebook because they're stealing your geometry of your face every time you put your picture up there. You're giving it to them. That which they can't get if you aren't traveling enough out of their passports, they're getting on there. Someone has an app which can give me a bone structure of Brad Pitt. I'll post every picture with fake geometry. They are stealing everything of you through these cartels, and you are absolutely, there are balls deep in your devices. You'll be sending money through WhatsApp, and they'll be telling you how encrypted the pipe that takes it, because they are totally embedded in your device, and they are totally embedded in the recipient's device. Whether it's Huawei and Samsung, they are listening to everything you're saying. They have all the information. They have AI continually searching for keywords that they need to know for red alerts. They will be absolutely everywhere in your life. The technology-based system is the big control structures vice that they are squeezing everybody's testicola vandolas with. They own and know absolutely everything. They will never let you have your own money. And the people that thought that were delusional. They don't realize power. They would have had you killed, shot, stolen the tech, done whatever they needed to do, jailed for 40, 50 years. They talk bad about it to keep it suppressed whilst encouraging it, and supporting it and slowly making sure they had it if they were not the original architects of it in the first place, which is my primary suspicion. So what does that mean for you? What do? Recognize that you are a small little lamb in an industrial scale, mega industrial scale food production scheme. And you just got let in early into the new field where you thought there were no boundaries and you could eat as much grass as you like. And now suddenly out of the ground come up the electronic fence that will now put you in a new field. And you're just one of the earliest. They're coming with the clipboards to ask how much of the grass you ate. PricewaterhouseCoopers and these other vile accountant companies are already launching these how to do your tax return on cryptos. You'll be asked how much you made by your accountants by being early. The extractors are coming. They will, in the same way, they will never let you have your money. They will always have the extraction mechanism to keep you down and working. If you get too rich, understand, if you double your money for 20 years and you start with a single dollar, you have over $1 million in 20 years. That does not serve them. If you double your money and pay 30% tax every year, you will have 22 grand after 20 years of work. That is what the tax extractors need. They need to keep you on the treadmill and to kill all your future growth. That is what they're all about. That is socialism. You need to be kept a worker till you cannot anymore, and then you quietly die before you claim too much of your pension. That is the game. That is how it is. You have to liberate yourself from that by building real, powerful wealth quickly and dynamically, by being early to recognize the game and exploiting it to the highest degree. That is simply it, folks. Twitter, Facebook, all of these social medias all decided on the same day, thanks to the Atlantic Committee chaired by Henry Kissinger, who called them all in to switch off Alex Jones. You think these are independent corporations? These are controlled, dictated to tech corporations that serve a consumer need and a major governmental need. These are not private companies. You want to think they're private companies because they're listed on a stock exchange. These companies that should have been absolutely broken up, go check my tweet feed on why Google should be broken up. Hootsuite's been a real pain at the moment. Go check my tweet feed on why I say Google and all of these should be broken up, and recognize even if they do it, they will only do it like they did the Rockefeller oil. Those guys kept all their wealth. They just went behind the shadows and became less visible because they realized it didn't serve their purpose to be omni-known and present. You've got to understand the nature of the game here, and unfortunately people don't get it. The Google and the YouTube and all of these should be broken up. You should encourage anyone to do it, but it will not be done properly, even if you're lucky enough to see it happen, because this is serving a purpose. They got extreme levels of subsidy from the government. They pay negligible tax. George Osborne met with the Google CEO and made a deal, and they paid, I think, a fraction of 1% or 1% in total for the money they've made in the UK. And he was then sitting in the Google box at the Super Bowl, and the revenue department said, okay, that went above our head, and that's what Google gets to pay for the business and the money they've earned here in the UK. There is an implicit study of what is a quasi-government institution in all these tech games. They are there to spy on you and take information on you and to provide information, data, and control, and even manage what you think, manage what you get to hear in this great denationalization agenda. And the main goal of crypto, as I've already mentioned and will reassert again, is the breaking down of nationalism. It's not the Great British Pound. It's not the United States dollar. It's not the Thai baht or the South African rand. To control the world, they get everyone into one accepted non-nationalized currencies, competing one central bank against Facebook, against Google Coin, against etc., against Bitcoin, which will be one of the originals that everyone will still think is private, which actually keeps a ledger of everything you've ever done, and the accountancy companies and the forensic companies will come in washing up and be dropping bills in your lap soon, once they've decided that you have an ID number that pins you to one particular geography, that sees you pay tax always at that one particular place, etc., etc. This is control. It's the money. Controlling the money has always been about controlling you, and people don't get that. And the central banks and the IMF's mood music, that has changed. I've seen Deutsche Bank say we need to go cashless. Deutsche Bank says you need to go cashless. Why? Because they want to be able to compete with the cryptocurrencies. They've got all the cost of the old world system, branches, security companies putting cash into the back of cash machines, and all of this. And this is exactly what the government wants as well. So in time, your cash will be destroyed. The war on cash is well known. It's well established. Everything will be e-money. This will allow negative interest rates. You think these guys can't push the value of debt higher in the greatest debt bubble ever? Wait till you put your money in a bank account and every month they take money out. Every month they take money out of your bank account. It's happening already with bank charges. Wait till the interest rate, the bank charges are all extracted. Spend or die. You're going to have to invest against an ever-shrinking pot, and they will still be proliferating further debt. This is what's happening in the psychopathic world and realm, and negative interest rates can come into play when they eliminate cash. Why? Because you could withdraw all your wealth, put it in cash, and your money would go up in value compared to electronic money. They don't want you to be doing barter and deals with your cousin, your uncle, your mate, your neighbor with cash that they don't know about. They don't want a black money system. They want everything in the grid. They want everything in the grid so that they are there as the monopolists that they are, with their monopolist boom, extracting on all activity. There are financial trading taxes that are coming. Germany is implementing a trading tax. What goes in Germany goes for Europe. What goes in Germany will go for Europe. That is the agenda there. They are definitely going to do it, and that is a key aspect of why they are here. What goes in Germany will go for the rest of Europe in time. The Tobin tax is proven to be exceedingly socialist, exceedingly destructive. The lurch, and people that say, oh, capitalism has failed. We don't have capitalism. We have a mixed economy, complete communistic, oligarchical corporations that work in conjunction with government for the suppression of the citizenry. That is fascism. We have been fascist all along. Capitalism is free market, is 100% free market, unimpeded, with a price discovery system for all participants, not manipulation by the mega players such as central banks, mega corps, etc., etc. So that is why the FANG stocks keep climbing. That's why the Israelis were told 5-10 years ago to keep accumulating the major FANG stocks. There was all this Israel money going in. The people that know the agenda are hoarding it up because they know it is the government state-run system. And Bitcoin is your marijuana drug to take you into the hallucinogenics of your freedom that's provided to you by your enslaving government cartel. That is literally it, guys. And this YouTube 2 years ago was spot on. And the notion of scarcity argument with Bitcoin is delusional, when you can have forks and new coins that do very similar things issued all the time. Some will go faster, some will cost less. In the end, the tokens themselves are going to be like casino chips. They can make as many as they goddamn like, and they'll have brands. You'll feel more comfortable with something because it's old. Okay, it's Bitcoin. In truth, in time, it's all about the network. It's all about how the new money will be proliferated. Facebook coin, Libra, all these others are all coming. You can expect central bank A coin, central bank B, so you can choose some governmental flavors that you like. So there'll still be some nationalist thing, but it'll be your central banking cartels money. And for that reason, many will resist it, because it will be subject to that particular control structure scam. The corporate ones will do better, because people will think incorrectly that they are escaping. The corporate ones will be slightly more private in that mixed economy sense, where they might be more efficient and more innovative. So again, they might do well. But the game is maximizing your personal wealth, which is what we focus on in the marketsniper.com. You can find out in our premiums, thesnipercircle.com, where you can find out details on the marketsniper.com. How do you maximize so that you can build greater level of worth, so you can have financial freedom and more time and get off that treadmill that they need to keep you on by the tax extracting system, where you must toil on an ongoing basis to feed government so that they can subsidize the tech division of their dark states, which is Google, YouTube, Alphabet, Dolphin, company, Twitter, and all these others that are giving them all the useful information and all the other industries they control on the dark web, and all the vile things they do as leadership up top there. Anyway, my rant is over. Angry as sin that people are not realizing it, that people tweet, oh, the central banks are now waking up to, the power that is crypto, and now coming around. No, they're not. It was the plan. What don't you get? The magic of low interest rates, how Deutsche Bank now posting Analyst notes about how central banks making crypto more attractive. When 2 years ago did you hear Analyst reports from from a major failed bank like Deutsche Bank talking positively about crypto? People haven't even seen how in 2 years the news flow is swung. It's gone from being Liberty People's coin that are escaping the system to the bankers are praising it and saying we want in too, and everybody's doing it, and the central banks. It's totally co-opted. And there's still people that think there's liberty involved in crypto. It is a wealth building mechanism if you're early, smart, and understand the game. But remember, you are still if you play it brilliantly, you could get upgraded from a pawn to a bishop on their Masonic 8x8 black and white chessboard. That means you have a little bit more prestige, you have a little bit more wealth, a little bit more lifestyle, a little bit more freedom of movement that you can do, but you can be cleared out by a queen or a castle at any time as well. You got to watch yourself, and that's the nature of the game. You're always on their board, and that's all I can say. Find out how to maximize and how you could be part of our group, growing your Bitcoin valuation in bull markets, growing your fake fiat valuation in bear markets, and being ready to survive and thrive in the Great Reset. Go to themarketsniper.com. Thanks for watching.